54. Hey, goal. Down goal.
Here's Foles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We own them.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fournette running right. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check right. Watching you go. Let's go.
Now Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. 23 yards on the play. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He goes full extension, and he's got it. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So now then, the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Fournette, able to spin free. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Fourth down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Purple 64.
I'm trying to collect. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Move.
They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 24. Check 24.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is it. 19.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Alert.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Check right, check right. Bang, 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 bang.
25.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I got it.
54.
47.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
To throw is Watson on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
1.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on second down, Foles. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with the keeper. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Under. Hey, Charlie.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. After the interception, here's Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Watson on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
A good pick up there, a 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 41 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. 180. 13.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Good. 180.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, silver. 55.
2nd and 13. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
180.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Set. 180.
Check 55, Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out to Cole on the right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
You better be afraid of me. Easy.
55, Mike 55. Stop your whining. Mike 55.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, eat.
Here's Foles. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep winging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive – remember we talked with the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Texans 10. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
9. Check. Crunch. 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 Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
44, Mike. Check, check. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Again, it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, check. Over. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, 55. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You're trash. You're trash.
To the air yet again. Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And that will be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Watson flushed out right. It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45.
Here we go.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 45.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A shotgun snap for Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You're set. You may team. Mike Popo. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert, alert. 44, try. 44.
Now Watson. Going to throw again. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, watch your lane.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Texans 16.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They begin with a run by Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
36.
1.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Cut.
Foles. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Leonard Fournette. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Kaden.
Check 55 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now Foles.
You can't block me.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here comes Carter. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Check back 47.
Check it back, check it back.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
46. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He's back to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my